Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you came back to visit us, join us today. I have some cool things to talk about. And we are broadcasting from Facebook, on our Facebook page, and live on Instagram. So I want to say hello to both sides. I hope you guys, if you didn't join us for our video that was 3 hours ago, you should go back and watch it. It was an awesome video. I also want to encourage you to stay the entire time. I know it's really easy to hop away to another video, but I am going to encourage you to stay the entire time because I have a lot I'm going to talk about and you will miss something. And this is an important topic, I think, especially if you are considering our product at all. So stay the entire time. I actually have a surprise for those of you who are staying the entire time. I will give you something free when we're done. So stay the entire time, and please ask questions. This is all about you being able to ask questions, you having full access to me. If we have Thinking Feeling Willing members that are current members that are watching, please cheer on those that are thinking about it, because I think that hearing from people who already have the program and who have had their lives changed from the program, I think is really important. And so I want to just start with a few of the things that I hear all the time from parents when they're coming to Waldorf, especially, and then even if they've been Waldorf moms for a while and they're trying to wrangle things. One of the biggest things is there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn. You can feel incredibly handicapped by it. It feels incredibly overwhelming, and a lot of moms run away because they go, oh my gosh, there's so much, and I'm never going to be the perfect Waldorf mom. So I want to stop you there. There's no such thing as a perfect Waldorf mom. Yeah, there's the mom that tries, but I don't want you to knock yourself out. I would rather see a mom that's striving than a mom that thinks she's the perfect Waldorf mom. And so I really want you to feel like you can come to this and it's very doable. One of the things that we do at Waldorf Essentials is we are all about making Waldorf doable for families, because it can be so incredibly overwhelming. There's so much information that feels like you have to know everything perfect before you start. And I will actually say you don't. If all you did was have the curriculum and just some Crayola crayons, it's a good place to start. You can start wherever you are. Of course, we work with you. We work with you to make you feel more confident and help you get really learned on all of the products. But that's on all of the processes. But that's one of the things that Thinking Feeling Willing does for families. It teaches you everything. All of the training is in one place. All of it. So you've got training on painting and drawing and modeling and all those things. And I'm going to go through every ounce of what the program offers, and we'll talk about all of that. But I want to first talk about sort of these objections that I hear from moms that say, I really want to do it. I just don't feel like I can. I just don't feel like I can do it. It feels so big, and I want to bring it the right way, and I want to bring it in a beautiful way to my children, and it feels so big, I just don't feel like I can do it. And so I just want to tell you, yes, you can. You absolutely can. Listen, I have done this as a single mom. I did this in a marriage where I didn't have somebody who was supportive, and I'm doing this now in a marriage where I have somebody who's wildly supportive. So it can be done. It can absolutely be done, and it can be something that doesn't have to feel lonely, because that's another thing I get from moms is it feels so lonely. I'm doing this all by myself. I don't know anybody else who's homeschooling this way. You might know 10 other homeschoolers, but none of them might be like remotely interested in Waldorf. They might think you're a weirdo. They might think that you might have people that are sort of down on your choices for Waldorf because they might think that it's too religious or cultish, or you might get all kinds of responses from people that actually don't really know what they're talking about, and so you might feel really lonely. And so this can be a really lonely path, and we work to tackle that as well, because we have created an amazing community of women, amazing community of moms that are connected and that are working and that are striving right here next to you. And so that community of women and there's actually some dads on there too. So I hear from moms all the time, oh, my husband will feel really weird because it's just a bunch of women. No, guess what? Hey, daddy, are you listening?
I am.
He's here all the time. He talks to dads all the time.
I do.
So he is there to talk to the dads that need it, and to talk to the dads that aren't homeschooling. If you've got a husband that's like, yeah, I really think that you've done your research, but I'm not so sure. I want to talk to the dude about it. He's your guy. So when Eric and I met, he was in school to be a public school teacher. And I changed that. No, just teasing. So he was actually working on, he had a degree in film already, had a degree in journalism, and he was working on becoming a public school teacher, and because he wanted his summers off. He said, the first thing they tell you is don't try to do this job because you want your summers off. And he's like, hey, that's why I'm doing this job. But when he and I got together, and he started seeing the fruits of homeschooling and the fruits of homeschooling Waldorf, and he started learning about Steiner, he was sold. He was incredibly sold on it, and he's not looked back. We are in this together 100%. He teaches 1 day a week, and we do this together. We plan together, we work together. And it's incredibly enriching. So even if you don't have a husband that can stand there and really help you and be your cheerleader in that way, I'm hoping that our program will help you and help him see that he can be a cheerleader in other ways. We really work with dads to help dads feel included, because that's what tends to happen is dad goes off to work and mom stays home to homeschool, and then sometimes dad just doesn't feel like he has a space. So we really work to have dad have a space within our program so that he feels like he has a voice, and I think that's super important. We make so many choices for these children and do so much to help them, and often dad doesn't not feel like he has a voice. And so that was another thing. The other thing that we really cover is inner work. And inner work is this like scary place, but it is an amazing place. If you can just stick with it, one of the things that we really, really work with is inner work. We really work to help you find the space that feels right for you. And again, that's not a religious space. It is if you want to be. You know, for some of us, it definitely is very religious, but it doesn't have to be. It can definitely be more broader spiritual understanding and awakening. And that tends to be really golden. And it helps you to knit your family together. It helps you to have a peaceful home. It's so absolutely sweet and amazing when you can have that component to it. The other things that that I often hear is like, my family's too big. How can I do this with a big family? You know, I hear that you don't combine in Waldorf, so how am I going to do this? Because right now I'm combining. I got 4 kids doing the same math, or we're all doing history at the same time. We don't do that in Waldorf, but that shouldn't scare you. I teach you how to do it. I teach you how to do it in a very heart-centered, amazing way, and in a way that no other Waldorf coach teaches. I teach you how to do things that nobody else teaches, and I help you like reach heights and goals within your family that nobody else does. So that's something that's incredibly unique to us. I am a life coach, and so I do a lot of coaching, and we work with making things work for your family, and we work with finding avenues that make it feel good for your family, even if it doesn't look like traditional Waldorf. I have so many families that I work with that have come from so many different walks, and some of them have been unschoolers, and some of them have just done like maybe Catholic homeschooling, and some of them are doing major mainstream homeschooling, but they come to Waldorf and they go, this is so beautiful. How do I bring this to my family and still not feel like I'm scattered? And so I help them sort of circle their wagon, and we sort it out together. That's part of what this program does, is it gives you a partner that helps you sort of circle that wagon and helps you pull it together. And really, people say to me all the time, how do you do all that? Well, I do all that because, one, I have an incredibly supportive partner, and he and I do it together. So that helps tremendously. Plus, I've been at this a long time. There is nothing you can bring me, nothing, that is going to stump me or make me go, no, sorry, you can't do this. Nothing. I've worked with moms that are working and they still want to do this. I've worked with moms that have special needs. Guess what? I've got a couple of special needs kids. Worked with single moms. I've worked with families where dad teaches. I've worked with moms that have like severe medical issues. Hello, I had a stroke a few years ago. I have been down these roads and I have worked with so many different families. I know how to help it work for you. So the other thing that I often hear is my home is out of control. My kids are out of control. Nobody's listening to me. Well, one of the things that we do, that Eric and I do together, is we're parenting coaches. And so we work on parenting issues. We work to help you find methods that work for you and your kids so that you are not feeling so scattered. We have a new program that we just launched last week called Straight Talk Monthly, and it's part of our Thinking, Feeling, Willing program. And we take parenting concepts one a month, and we're just deeply diving into them. This first month that we launched it, we're talking all about sleep and why it's so important and how it is this golden thread that sort of knits us all together. So really and truly, this program teaches you so many things, and it's so much more than just a homeschooling program. We actually have several members that aren't homeschooling. They maybe started that they wanted to homeschool, and then they sent their kids. And guess what? They're still using the program, and they're using it for all of the pieces that allow them to be the parent they want to be. The other thing I often hear is money. And I just want to get in people's face and just go, listen, I understand what it's like to not have money. I totally get it. But when you spend money on play stands and on play silks and on Waldorf dolls, it's about putting your priorities in the right place. We also know that homeschool curriculum is not cheap, but we are, hands down, the most inexpensive and most close to Steiner that you're going to find. And so we work with families to really help them see that and help them work with that. For what you would pay for Thinking, Feeling, Willing to have access forever, like all of your kids for life, is what you would pay for 1 year for most other programs. And so I want to talk about what this program has in it, exactly all of the pieces that come with it. And I want to invite you to ask questions. I want to invite you to, jump in and, tell me what your challenges are and let me help you meet them, because I'm telling you, you need this program. This is not the salesperson in me. This is, I really and truly do not sell something to people that I don't think they need, because that would be, I can't even imagine doing it. I'm not in that way. I sell this to people because it's something they need. And it is something that is going to make your life 1,000 times easier. Easier might not be a good word. Simpler. Because it is work. It's definitely work. It's work on your part, but it is the best work you will ever do. It is work for yourself. It is work for your soul. It is work for you and your partner. It is work for your children. It is the best work that you can possibly do, and it is so fulfilling and so it just fills your soul. So let's talk about what's in the program. So what's in the program? So what is Thinking, Feeling, Willing? So Thinking, Feeling, Willing is it's a full membership program, and it includes many, many things. So I'm going to speak slowly and clearly because there are so many facets to it that I want to make sure that it all gets down, that you hear all of it. So first, we have the mom lessons, and that's what a lot of people ask about. Oh, those mom lessons are so amazing. Do you sell the mom lessons separate? No, the mom lessons are the core of Thinking, Feeling, Willing. They are the core. Everything else is bonus. So the mom lessons are, there's 15 of them right now, and we actually have one more that's coming, at least one more this year, and we're working on more. And if there are topics that you go, hey, wait a minute, I'd love to hear you cover this, just shout, and we'll think about making it into a mom lesson, because the mom lessons are like college level intensives on each subject. So you learn inside and out, upside down, backwards and forwards, that topic. And it starts with rhythm, because rhythm is the number one hardest thing for people to harness. And we have done a dang good job at teaching people how to harness rhythm. We harness it ourselves. We know how to do it. I could harness anybody's rhythm. If you are willing, I can harness anybody's rhythm. Guaranteed. We could do, as long as you were willing to work, we could harness your rhythm. It just has to, it's all about you and what you want. So rhythm is the first mom lesson. We have a mom lesson on the curriculum. So understanding the Waldorf curriculum inside and out, all of the facets of Steiner and what he wrote about the school, or excuse me, about the curriculum. and how it's different at home. How do we translate it? A lot of moms have come from a Waldorf school situation, and they come home and they go, whoa, this is so different. Yes, it is. And I have seen the school setting. I've even taught in a school setting. And so I understand the differences, and I understand how you bring it home, and it's much different, but it is so rewarding and so beautiful when you can bring this to your children. I want to say, for all of our moms that are on Facebook Live, I am loving the things that you're writing. Thank you so much. We have got some glowing reviews on Facebook Live. And if you're watching on Instagram and listening on Instagram, hop over to Facebook and look at our Waldorf Essentials with Melissa Nielsen Facebook page and look at our reviews, because we have some amazing reviews that have been written over there about our program and about working with us. So I want to invite you over there. If you are watching, don't go right now. Stay here, but later, definitely check that out. And it sounds like it's going to get noisy, so I'm going to shut the window. Hold on. Oh, yes. They're mowing the lawn next door. It's always noisy right here. We live 3 blocks from the beach, because that's what we created. That's what we created. We used to hate where we lived, and we created living 3 blocks from the beach. But our neighbor likes to mow really early. And I guess it's 9:20, but still, it's early. Anyway, so rhythm, the curriculum, inner work. So I just want to tell you a little bit about our inner work. It is 40 plus hours of podcasts on inner work. Amazing stuff. And we're adding to it regularly. This is an inner work centered program. So the only person that I would say should not think about thinking, feeling, willing is somebody who doesn't want to learn about themselves. Because you're going to learn a lot about yourself. A lot. And a lot about your family, and a lot about your kids, and sort of how to walk through this beautiful thing we call life. We have a mom lesson on temperament. All about temperament. All about it. If you've been thinking, what in the heck is this temperament thing? How do I harness it? How do I understand it? We walk you through all of it. Temperament is such a huge part of inner work, and it is such a huge part of being at home with your kids and your family and understanding each other. It's huge. It's huge. I love some of the comments over here. One mom says, inner work has been a game changer for me, hands down. I love it. Inner work is that piece that you have to do every day so you don't run for the hills, or so you don't, I don't know, put your children in straitjackets. That's the piece that you need, inner work, in order to be sane. It helps so much. Let's see, handwork. For those of you who are struggling with handwork and you're like, I don't know about this, there's no way I'm going to be able to knit, there's no way I'm going to be able to do, cross stitch or embroidery or any of those things, I teach you how to do all of it. All of it. We have amazing videos that teach you how to do all of it, and an amazing set of handwork projects that will help you get you started. And so you'll absolutely love that part. I mean, like I said, we're talking college level intensives for each one of these mom lessons. This is work that is so deep and will change you in such a profound way that, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, you should look at our reviews. I'm not exaggerating. It is so beautiful when you begin to undertake it. We have a mom lesson that's all about music. We teach about the importance of music, and guess what? We also have included our Music Unfolds curriculum. That's part of the Thinking, Feeling, Willing program. And if you are part of the Thinking, Feeling, Willing program, then Kimberly Parsons, our co-author, actually has a group that's just for that. Just for that. So if you need music help, she's there to help you. Plus the music curriculum is laid out beautifully, so you can go through and you can access that. So music is a huge portion of things. And I also really I have a dear friend who I know is watching on Facebook, Jody Messler. She's also got an amazing music program. I think that music tends to, for those of us who are not musically inclined, it tends to scare the heck out of us. And I love that we have such amazing products that help us with being able to bring it to our children so that it doesn't scare us so much, because it can be scary. I'm telling you, it's scary. We also there's a mom lesson that's all about form drawing. So we take you through all of the forms. All of the forms, teach you why, teach you how, You go through it. You make your own form drawing notebook with me. You understand form drawing. Then you're going to find yourself doing form drawings on your own. Form drawing is a huge piece of inner work, and it will really inspire you to be doing form drawing with your kids. And for those of you who are Waldorf homeschooling and you're not doing form drawing with your kids, you need to be. Form drawing is hugely important to develop the will. We have a whole mom lesson on planning. Planning, teaching you how to plan. If you're not a planner and you're miss spontaneity, I understand, but I want to ask you, how's that working for you? You need to work on learning how to plan. And we include our Planning for Peace journal that is part of that. And so it is a huge game changer for so many families. The Planning for Peace journal and the way we teach to plan takes you through every single step so you don't miss anything. And that way, guess what? If you miss a couple of days, not a big deal. You know, you've got your plan already set out. If you miss a whole week, not a big deal. If you have a baby, if you have an emergency, if you have a stroke, if you have because I had all my things in place, it was not a big deal. Plus, you know, I have 5 children. I've been at this a while. We've Waldorf homeschooled all of them. These are pieces that I have learned bit by bit by bit, and that I have put together. And so you benefit from my years of experience. My oldest is 21, my youngest is 7. I've been doing this for a long time, more than 15 years. So, and with a lot of kids of all different temperaments. Never a dull moment in the Nielsen house, huh, dear?
Nope.
Never a dull moment. Always something. Like right now, our youngest child loves Godzilla. I know Daddy loves Godzilla, but she had never known anything about Godzilla. She's really into Godzilla. She keeps drawing Godzilla with rainbow spikes on his back next to a unicorn, which is just really funny to me. Never a dull moment in our home. Okay, we also have a mom lesson that is on painting and drawing. So we take you through all the foundations of painting, and guess what? Sieglinde DeFrancesca of Coloring with Block Crayons and Teach Wonderment, her videos are all part of the program. It's all there. And so when you sign up, you get it. It's all part of the program. So you get to learn how to color with block crayons and make that part of your lessons, because when we teach them, that's where they get the art lesson. So we have to learn first. And so we teach you how to do all of those pieces. So important. Art is such a huge part of Waldorf. It's a part that scares so many moms to death. And guess what? I totally get it. I totally get it. I've been there. I've totally been there. So how do you fix it? You just work. You have to do it. And when you do it, then you can bring it to them. And so it's not like, you know, if you taught somebody, if you didn't ride a bike or drive a car and you were trying to teach somebody how to do it, I mean, you might know the basic mechanics, like you turn the wheels, you turn your, pedals, but until you do it, when you do it and you teach from the place of doing it and knowing it, it is so much more than just from being able to just regurgitate it from a book. So much better. We also have a mom lesson on modeling, a mom lesson on festivals, which I know are kind of scary to a lot of people, but festivals, life is an amazing, huge part of Waldorf, and we talk you through all of those things and help get you started and help get you a foundation so that you can then grow traditions of your own, which I think is really the important part, is to grow traditions of your own, because then again, it lives in you and it belongs to you and you're bringing it to others. There's a whole mom lesson on learning how to write your own curriculum. So if you are somebody who wants to piece things together or wants to do it on your own, we teach you how to do that. I teach you how to do that, as well as you're also able to look at what each one of the grades has and why. And so then if you have to work with a government representative or a charter school, you are able then to easily translate that for them, and it makes it so much easier. We have a mom over here that says, all of our programs and pieces have videos and written information. It doesn't matter your learning style, auditory, visual, or kinesthetic, because she covers them all and answers questions quickly. Yep, I really try to have really good customer service. I try to answer questions really quickly. And this mama says, as a deaf individual, I have been able to learn to knit, draw with black crayons, and do inner work easily. I love you, Becca. Yeah, I remember when Becca became a member, I was like, okay, well, this is a new challenge for me, but we're going to do it. And we did it. we did it, and we've been working through, and she and I work very closely together. And so don't think that if you have some challenges that it can't be done, because it can be done. And what a beautiful testament it will be for her own inner work, and then what she takes to her children, because she was able to conquer that and sort of work through it. And we have had so much fun working through things together. Let's see, what else have I missed? We have a mom lesson on movement. And then we also have our Thrive program is a mom lesson now. So our Thrive program is this program that we have for couples, and it's for husbands and wives, or wives and wives, or husbands and husbands. It does not matter how that works out for you, but it is a program for couples to help you be able to work together, live together, love together, thrive together. We really, really want you to have an amazing partnership. And you can only do that if you really understand each other and you're really willing to understand each other and take the time. So we have a program that works through all of that. The content of that program alone by itself, like if you purchase that all by itself, is $247 if you buy it on our Parents Who Thrive site. But it's included because we like to include so many things in the Thinking, Feeling, Willing program. It becomes it becomes a program where everything that you need in life is taken care of right there. I'd buy your groceries for you if I could, but I'll teach you how to meal plan. So also there's a mom lesson on schooling several children. So, I've had 5 of my own. My assistant Kelly has 8. I know what it's like to have a lot of kids and to feel like you've got fleas in a bucket all the time, or like you're herding a bunch of cats that don't want to listen. So yes, I understand. I totally get it. Marie says, buy my groceries. I can't do that one. I can teach you what to do once you have the groceries. I can't buy your groceries. Actually, I could probably buy your groceries off of Amazon Prime now and have them sent to your house. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. Anna Catherine says, such an amazing program. Thank you, Anna Catherine. The direction and coaching from Melissa is key to homeschooling. Her confidence in me has been the support that I needed over the last 3 years. She has helped me find myself, figure out how to work with my kids' learning disabilities. That's right, because she's got some kids that have some struggles. And I always forget that because we work through them, and I know it doesn't feel as seamless on your end, Anna Catherine, but I go, things come to me and I go, well, we should just try this. And it really works. And so I really appreciate that message. Thank you so much. I think that, and the other mom lesson that's coming, hopefully it'll be done by the end of September. I wanted it to be done by the end of August, but I had to tell you, it's been 4 million degrees in San Diego, which I know is kind of an exaggeration. Okay, so it's not been 4 million degrees, so don't Google it and go, lady, it's only 74. But the humidity here has been 80%. And I know that our friends in the South deal with that all the time, but we don't have air conditioning out here. I live 3 blocks from the beach, and there's no AC. And so we are slow. We feel like snails right now because we're not moving as fast as normal because it's so blessedly hot that we are finding ways to stay cool. And so the Circle Time Mom lesson, we're hoping will be out by the end of September. It'll give everything time to cool down, and that way, because we'll do a lot of stuff outside so that you can see a lot of our filming outside. And so I think that it will be better when we don't kill the children while we're doing the filming because it's so hot. So that will be coming, like I said, hopefully by the end of September. And then other things that come with the program. So those were just the mom lessons. You also have Coloring with Block Crayons, The Music Unfolds, our Straight Talk program, we talked about that. And you get access to every online thing that we do. So we just had a summer camp last 2 weeks ago and went through all the grades. And we plan to do some sort of summer camp like every year. And so we have a lot of extra video content. We have a video on there that's all about, Waldorf Without Burnout. So if you've seen our Waldorf Without Burnout video that's on Instagram is it on IG? I don't think it's on IGTV, but it is, it's in our link tree. Yeah. We have it up there. We have a special, it's different for Thinking, Feeling, Willing members. We go through it in a Thinking, Feeling, Willing centered way so that we can help remind you that you've got these, these things at your disposal and how to use them. So we've got that. We've got other video things that we bring on a regular basis, because we're really trying to continually add to this program. It is a program that I want you, when you go, oh, I need to find out, oh, I bet you it's in the program, and it is. Or you message me and say, hey, I would love it if you would include, and I do. One thing that we're really working on right now, and I'm hoping that really by the end of this year, I'll have a good foot in the door with it, is we are working on resources for the Southern Hemisphere, because I know that I always tell people, and I work with people very closely that are part of our program on how to flip some things because the seasons are different. But I know it's more than that. I know there's a lot more than that, and there's some inner work that goes with that. And so one of the things that we're hoping to tackle during our winter and your summer is that we will be working on sort of helping with that and having some good concrete things that will probably make it a mom lesson, because I think it will be expansive enough that we'll go through each step on how you take our work and you translate it. We do have a lot of families in the Southern Hemisphere, a lot of families. When I look at, because Google sends us a map every month of like who's accessing our site and where they're coming from, and a lot of them are coming from the Southern Hemisphere. So we really, really want to be committed to helping those families. And we are, like, within the Thinking, Feeling, Willing program, if you are a Southern Hemisphere family, we just work together. So if you're listening and you live in the Southern Hemisphere and you're like, I don't know, because things are so season-based in Waldorf, we work together. So you just have to message me and we set up a consult, and we work together on flipping things and getting things to feel right for you. And I help you with your plans until you feel like you are comfortable with the way you're laying them out. And so it's just part of what we do in the program. You have access to me, and I'll tell you, there are going to be times when I'm going to get busier, but I am always, always, always coming back here, because I love our Thinking, Feeling, Willing parents and our families. This is my, I feel like, one of the biggest works that I've done. I love this. I love Waldorf education at home, and to be able to bring this to families is a huge part of my soul. So you're never going to get rid of me when it comes to that. I'm always going to be here and always going to have my foot in this program and be able to work in the program. Well, we have a lot of moms that are working the program too and have been part of the program for a long time, and you'll see them helping on our Facebook groups, and I really, really, really love that. But I'm never going to not be in there. I'm always going to be there to help and to support those moms. We also have a leader program, and when you're a Thinking, Feeling, Willing member, you get the opportunity to become a leader in your area. And we have some leaders now, and we're trying to grow that leader program so that we can have more. And that really just means communities closer to you that have a leader that's been trained by me, that knows her stuff, that's been at this for a long time. And really and truly what I love about that is it really gets Waldorf on a much more personal level for those families. So our leaders, if you're watching and you're working with a leader, they are unsung heroes for us. We love them, and we love the work that they're doing within their communities, because really this is so much about community. And when you can bring all of these pieces together from this program and then have a local leader, it's so amazing. And I'll just tell you a secret. If you've thought about becoming a leader, the leaders make 70% of all that they sell. So we take care of our leaders because I know how hard they work. 70% is a big deal. And so I want to be able to give that to them, because I want them to be able to have that in their home and be able to help support their families. So we are really trying everything we can to be able to give back where possible with regards to our programs. I'm just going to read a couple more comments over here on Facebook. One mom says, she really is here for people. The Nielsens have huge hearts and definitely go the extra mile for Waldorf Essentials families. Thank you, Luz. And then we have another one that says, your tenacity is actually a huge part of why I'm here. The sanguine temperament needs it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see what else is part of. Oh, you get the Super Sam story. So there's a Super Sam. There's a Super Sam picture book that is part of the program. And actually, I was going to tell you this secret too. We have Super Sam chapter books coming out this year. So, and Super Sam was really excited. He actually didn't know that until he heard me say it the other day. What? There's going to be chapter books about me? Yes, there is. So we're going to take a lot of the stories, we're going to fill them in deeper, and make chapter books they'll be a lot like the Tiptoes Lightly books or the Danse of Gnomes books. Just because those books are so rich and beautiful, we wanted to help bring Super Sam to older children as well. And so right now Super Sam is in our kindergarten and in our music program. And you know, it's something that's loved by a lot of people. They always want to know, are you going to write more stories? And I keep getting, are you going to write more Baby Bird stories? Of course. You think she's going to let me not write stories about her? Of course not. She's going to make me write stories about her. So we will have Super Sam and Baby Bird chapter books hopefully this fall. We're going to be working on those in the next couple of months. And you know, like when it cools down here in San Diego. And we want to be inside. Oh my goodness. Let's see what else. Planning for Peace, like I said, is part of it. So you get the whole Planning for Peace course and all of the videos that come with Planning for Peace. And you get the annual updates for Planning for Peace. It's all included. So one of the things that's amazing about this program is you just buy it one time and you get continual updates always. It's all part of it. I mean, when was the last time you bought a book at the bookstore and you were like, hey, wait, you guys came out with a new edition. Will you give me a new one for free? We do. It's all part of the program, all part of it. So you get that as being a member. You get actually you usually get the updates before everybody else does, at least by a day or two. It also includes our 108 Days book, which is our inner workbook, and that's actually going to be updated soon too. And we're going to have an 108 Days course for anybody who wants to join that. Our Gnomes Yuletide Mystery book, that's part of it. I think I covered everything that's on our site. All the curriculum is part of it. So the kindergarten course, all the way through the grades. So right now we have 1st through 5th is full curriculum that includes math. And then 6th grade includes everything except for math. So we recommend Jamie York's Making Math Meaningful. And I actually had it here a minute ago. It's over there on the counter. It's not a big deal. Y'all, it's hot in here. It's hot in here. So then we also have math grades 1 through 5. We have geometry, grades 5 through 7. So we give you all of that. All of that is part of it. We have guides for 7th through 9th. And we help you fill in because children really change around 13. And so there's a big change that happens between 6th grade and 7th grade. We'll really try to support that and work hand in hand with the families that we have. So I really want you to know that you have support all the way through high school. And we're working with several families right now who are in the same spot that we are as far as like graduating children out. So we have 2 children that are grown. One that went to public high school in 10th grade and graduated high school, but homeschooled the rest of it. One that went all the way through 12th grade with us and then took his GED, and lives on his own, contributing member to society. And then our daughter that's going to be 18 in January, she's actually just graduated as well. So we work through all of those pieces with the families that need it, and we help you with, let's talk about college stuff. Let's talk about what's right for your family. We are there for coaching for all of those pieces. And because we've been there, we've walked it, and we know that it's not always an easy path. We have a comment over here. I'm new to the program and I keep finding new things. I'm really excited for our journey this first year as first-time homeschoolers. Thank you, Melissa, for all your help in this wonderful program. We definitely come back. Made the right choice in thinking, feeling, willing. Thanks so much, Arlene, for your kind words. So let's see what else here. What else? Oh, coaching. I talked a little bit about coaching. So we do homeschool coaching, personal coaching, couples coaching. All of that is included online. So that's included through email, through DM, through PM. But we also have, if you want phone calls, you get phone calls at like a really crazy discount, like $25 a call. And we will even make a discount on that if you know you're going to need ongoing coaching. But part of our bonuses today will sort of help you with that. So I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Give parenting help. We've been around the block a few times. We have 5 children. 5 very active and very opinionated children. And we get it. We know how to parent when you have co-parenting situations. When you have to work with another adult in your life. We've been through it, and nothing surprises us. Nothing. So we work with a lot of families. All you have to do is be willing to do the work yourself, and it will make huge changes in your life. Let's see what else. You get hard copies at a big discount. So I hear from a lot of moms that say, I really prefer hard copies. I really just don't do well reading online. So 2 things I would say. 1, there's some amazing e-readers out there. So don't discount e-readers. There are some amazing ones out there that really work well and feel like paper. But I get it if you're a hard copy gal. I get it. I understand. So the curriculum comes in hard copy, most of it. We're working on putting the middle school in hard copy, and then the high school also in hard copy. But guess what? It's all PDF. So you could always print it out, have it bound. You could stick it on a jump drive, take it to Staples, have them print it out for you and bind it. It's all included in the program. You get all of those files, so you can do with them what you choose. Let's see. I've got a mom over here that says, oh, Marie, she's one of our leaders. She's amazing. She says, this program has helped give me confidence in beginning Waldorf education. A lot of moms knew they wanted to do this long before they had children. I had no idea I would even homeschool. Where did it go? However, when I homeschooled years looking for more, something was always missing. Then I found Melissa. She held my hand as needed and to push me to grow and become the mom and the teacher that I needed to be. I needed these inner work lessons, rhythm, my favorite, and my favorite to learn about is temperament. Mine too. I love temperament. And how to teach the children. I love Waldorf Essentials, and I love you, Melissa. I love you, Marie. I love the people that we work with, and Marie's one of our leaders, and I love working with our leaders. Our leaders are amazing women who are doing crazy, amazing things within their communities, and I feel very blessed and very thankful. Very thankful. Oh, and Jody says, I love your necklace. Thank you, Jody. I love mushrooms. It's a little Super Sam thing. Okay, we also have an amazing online community. And I know I say amazing a lot. I fear that I have a knack for hyperbole. Sorry. Our online community is a great group of women. See, I didn't say amazing, but they're amazing. Group of women that care about each other, that want to help each other, and are there for each other. They have been through babies being born, people getting divorced, families dying. It's a tight-knit community, and it is unlike any other Waldorf group you will find online, because guess what? I do not allow shenanigans. There's no crap that goes on in our group. There's no backbiting. There's no nastiness, because I just don't allow it. I parent this way, so I hold the space this way in our group. And that doesn't mean we don't have controversial topics that come up, because, oh my goodness, yes we do. But I don't allow any shenanigans. So the ick that you will find in other places online, you'll not find in our group, because it just doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. Okay, let's see. Let me look at my notes here. I'm looking at my notes. Big families, talked about that. Talked about what's in the program. Okay, so let's talk about the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty, and this is a part where people are going to go, oh, Arlene, for the group, log in, to go to Thinking, Feeling, Willing, and there's the spot for the group. Oh, and a mom over here says, you're a confidence builder, Melissa. Thank you. Your talks about being an agent or object have been a critical part of my inner work. If you did not catch what I reposted on our business page last night, go read it. I had completely forgotten about it, and then somebody reposted it. It was like somebody shared a memory from 3 years ago, and I had completely forgotten. And it was all about being an agent and all about remembering that we chose this life. And it can be amazing if we let it, but we chose it. And so we just have to live it. We have to live what we chose, because I do not believe that we chose it thinking that we were going to be unhappy or chose it thinking that we were going to be killing ourselves to do it. So go read that post if you've missed it, because I had forgotten some of the words of wisdom that I put into it, and so I reposted it for our Ask Melissa and Eric group and on our Facebook page yesterday, because I think it is as true today as it was then. I think we really have to own it, and when we own it, we give ourselves permission to do so much more, so much more. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what we have going on now. So yes, our program is $567, but don't let that scare you away, because we have some awesome things just this week, only this week, between now and Friday, that we're going to add to it. So the first bonus is 6 hours of phone consults with me. So that's like a $360 value. 6 hours on the phone with me. And you can talk about whatever you want. Talk about your Aunt Rosie if you want. You can talk about homeschooling if you want. We will coach in whatever way you want. And for 6 hours. You also get $100 in Waldorf supplies. So you are going to ask, what is in that $100 of supplies? Okay, so that's on this note card. Paint, stick crayons, block crayons, beeswax, a lesson book or two, and paintbrush. And all to your door, shipped to you. It's an amazing way to get some good supplies. So if you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do supplies and a program like this, guess what? Just buy the program. You get the supplies. Supplies is what holds so many people back. It shouldn't hold you back because really, Steiner said you could model with the mud in the gutter, and so you could do that if you needed to. That should never stop you. Never, ever, ever stop you from anything. But we provide some supplies with this. So that's the bonus number 2. And bonus number 3, and why is that lawnmower so flippin' loud?
It's probably more than just a lawnmower.
Goodness.
It looks like they're chopping things down.
Oh, they're chopping things down.
And chipping
that's lovely.
things up.
It's a chipper, it's not just a lawnmower. Sorry.
There's a lot of different equipment out there.
Oh, it's all noisy. All of it's noisy. Oh, and Jason says the supplies last forever. Yes, ma'am, they do. They last a long time. I still have stick crayons that are like 15 years old. And colored pencils that are 15 years old. They have been around for a long time. And short of running them over with a bicycle, which I've had a child do, they don't break. So they last a long time. The other bonus is 2 free hard copies. So that's in like 2 free hard copies. That could be a kindergarten and a grade 6. That could be whatever ones you want. Whatever ones you want. Oh, Dina says it's not too loud. I'm so glad because it's like way loud here. Whatever you want when it comes to those hard copies. Maybe you want a Planning for Peace journal and a hard copy of the curriculum you need. Whatever you want. I will have it sent to you. So those are our bonuses. And those bonuses add up to like, like another $400, $500. So you are getting a huge, huge discount by ordering this way. So the questions I'm going to get are, do you take payments for this? No, we do not take payments for this bonus deal. But before you click away, I will tell you, they PayPal, who we work with exclusively, there, when you go to our site, and Kelly is going to put the link the link is in, if you're on Instagram, the link is in Linktree at the top in our bio. So if you click on that, it's the top link. And if you're on Facebook, Kelly's going to pop it in the comments. Excuse me. When it comes up, you can choose PayPal payments. So you can have credit with PayPal and make payments that way. And a lot of people do that. It's a great way to still get the benefit of having the full price of getting all the bonuses and be able to make payments. Excuse me. So don't let that be what keeps you from this program. This program is what you need. You need it for your sanity. You need it for your children, your family. I had a mom sent me a message a while ago, and she said, my husband says it's the best money he's ever spent. They've been a member for a year or so, and he's like seeing all these positive changes, all the wonderful things that are going on because she, it was changing things within herself, and their children were changing, and really felt like it was an amazing balm for their soul. And that's what I want it to be. It's really what I want it to be. So if you have questions, I welcome you to go ahead, and if you want to go ahead and get started, go ahead. The link is, like I said, it's in the comments on Facebook. It's in the profile on Instagram. And so you can find it there. You are always welcome to DM me if you're on Instagram, or PM me if you're on Facebook. Always happy to answer questions and help you go to this next step. This is an amazing program. Do not lose out on it. If you stayed the entire time, message me and I'll get you something. I've got 2 different choices. You can have one of 2 things. And so, but you have to message me and ask me about it. I will send it to you. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, wait. Let's see. I'm reading my notes here. If you have a leader, a local leader, make sure you talk to your local leader. They've got the same offer. And so make sure you talk to them. They will help you out with that. And again, I did talk about PayPal payments. So PayPal is a really good way to do it if you really need payments. Check out PayPal payments and it's right there when you go and you log on to the link for us. It's right there, and it'll show you how to go about that. Oh, Jody, you're so sweet. Jody says, Melissa's awesome. She helped me change my life and take advantage of this great deal. It is a great deal. So if you have friends that are not members but need to be, share this video. Especially if you're on Facebook, share this video with them. And again, this goes through Friday. We will be shipping out. The way it'll work with the hard copies is the hard copies will be ordered right away when you purchase. You just send me and tell me what it is, and I'll order them. It takes about 10 days to get there. The supplies, I am looking to order. I will order everything probably at the end of this week once we close this, and then it takes them a couple of days to ship to us. And so once they get it to us, then I will be shipping out to families. So once you purchase, you should send me a message, either a DM or even an email at melissa@waldorfessentials.com, and let me know what your shipping address is so that I can make sure that I get your hard copies to you. So tell me the hard copies you want, what your shipping address is, and then I will send your supplies to that same address and keep you up to date on that. And then once you log into the program, you can go right to the coaching. There's a coaching menu item, and you would choose lifetime or premium coaching, because that will mean you won't get charged, and then you can set up your first call and we can go ahead and get started on that. Okay, Marie says, I have spent thousands of dollars yearly before I met Melissa. My husband loves her too. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Send me a message if you have questions. I hope to hear from you. Talk to you later, y'all. Bye.